Okay.
So, with resolve and crowd control, CC or crowd control is an ability where one player can control the ability of another player. Those type things are stuns, knockbacks, roots, slows, for example, are examples of crowd control.
Okay.
Resolve is a system that prevents a person from being crowd controlled or stunned too much in PvP.
Okay.
Resolve status can be seen as a graphic bar that goes from 0 to 1000 points. You can see it under the health bar of players' nameplates or above your target's portrait.
Okay.
So right now I've got myself called up and I'm looking at my nameplate. Go ahead and whack me once.
Regular hit or hard stun?
Go ahead and do a spin kick. Right. So, as I look at my resolve right there, that was 2 seconds of stun, so that should have been 400 points on that. That's a soft stun because I can't do anything while you've got the low slash on me. Now go ahead and do a slow on me. Right, slow didn't build any resolve at all. And as we look at my nameplate and also underneath my name, we see the resolve dissipating slowly after getting, building up. So go ahead and hit me with the lift.
Oh, let me find my left. There we go.
Now lift is a soft stun, which means that when you hit me with damage, go ahead and do a double strike on me. It immediately breaks on damage. But it did build up the full 8 seconds of stun there. Go ahead and do a hard stun on me now. Right.
Stun.
So now I'm white barred. Go ahead and try to do a knockback. Nothing happens. Go ahead and try to do a low slash. Nothing happens. And if I would have had more white bar, I would have had you throwing a grenade at me. So to go over those different types of CC, there was hard stuns, which incapacitate the target and do not break on damage. Hard stuns build 200 resolve for every second they stun.
Oh, okay.
Soft stuns incapacitate the target. They do break on damage. Soft stuns are also called mezzas. Soft stun builds 100 resolve for every second of stun. Knockbacks and pulls interrupt the target's current action and relocates them. They build 200 resolve. Go ahead and hit me with the a knockback. Right. So it built up resolve. Now it's slowly dissipating. Now, like with my knockback, I've got the root at the end of it. So if I knock yourself, then it should build a little bit more resolve, even though it didn't look like it right there. So maybe not. That may or may not be the case.
It did hit me with the root, though, and that root lasted.
Now how does the resolve go away? Once somebody has full resolve, which is 1000 points, and is white barred, at that point they are immune to CC, and you gave some examples of that. Resolve will start to dissipate at a rate of 100 per second after 5 seconds of being white barred. Let's try that right there. Go ahead and white bar me, and then we'll see how long it takes before the the resolve starts to dissipate.
Okay.
Right, I'm white barred. Yep. I'd say it was every bit of 5 seconds.
It actually went past 1,000, too.
Oh, how'd you know that?
I was mousing over your character portrait looking at your resolve bar that way, And like right now it's 0 out of 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But after I do the force stun, the hard stun, if I recall correctly, it took you to 1,200 of 1,063.
Okay, excellent point. Let me go ahead and try that with yourself, because one thing I
Okay.
did read was that if you go past 1,000, say to 1,200,
Uh-huh.
you still dissipate that 1,200 all the way down. So you're actually white barred longer. I'm gonna go ahead and do a spin kick.
Yeah, I did spin kick and then a hard stun on you. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I can't read my own
Oh,
resolve.
I see. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I've
it
never
is.
seen
Yeah,
that right there.
1,200. Dissipating. And then once it dissipated, it shows I have 1,200 of 1,000. Wait, no, once it was at 12. Okay, is that 12,000? No, I mean 1,200, I believe. And 1,200 of 1,000, but then once the 1,200 dissipated, it went back to 0 of 1,000. So the
Okay.
resolve did go past 1,000.
That was an excellent observation right there.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
when when resolve, when somebody uses their stun break after being white barred, the resolve will begin to dissipate immediately. So go ahead and white bar me, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my stun break as soon as I get white barred.
Okay.
Stun.
So is it dissipating at a faster rate because you did a stun break?
Yeah,
Oh.
because what it said before was that, if I didn't do that, it would have been 5 seconds before the white bar would have started to dissipate. Because I did the stun break, it immediately started to dissipate.
Okay. I have a question though. I understand with resolve, uh, putting up an immunity to stun so that you don't just get like rapid fire stunned and left in one spot. But since when you have the resolve, it does that debuff of PvP trauma, meaning you get 15% less healing, I think it said. Plus, if you've got a coordinated team against you, they could still focus on you. One player, not you necessarily, but still focus on one player even without building up the resolve and just decimate their health, assuming that the player they're focused on, their teammates don't come in and intervene. So how does the resolve help? Because you may not get stunned repeatedly, but you can still get focused and defeated repeatedly, right?
With PvP trauma, that comes from taking player damage. The trauma debuff is a way for the designers to balance the healer between PvE and PvP. More healing in PvE, less healing in PvP. So they can tinker with that trauma debuff percentage if they want to make healers less powerful or more powerful or better healers in PvP. When somebody's focused, we have abilities to help save us and keep us alive. In order to use them, I can't be stunned. Like with a tank, it takes a while to kill one when they have all of their abilities off cooldown. So 2 hard stuns gives the attacker 8 seconds to whack a tank where they cannot use the defensive abilities. The tank can't. The 3rd stun is blocked by resolve, and the tank is then able to do what he needs to do to be able to try to survive. Yeah, on the just like for us, it's real important for the shadow to be able to stealth out and escape. So at the end of the combat, when I'm getting low on low on health, that's when they'll usually try to stun me because they know I've got that cloak ability. So I
Okay.
usually don't use my stun breaker unless 2 reasons. One, and most important, is if I can stop somebody from capping a node. The second one is if I'm low on health and they stun me and I think I can get out and escape and live, then I'll break the stun and I'll stealth out and then heal up after that.
Okay.